잠깐만요. 써놓은 게 띄워놓은 게 없어. 아, 있다. 어디 갔어? 네. 그냥 바로 해요?
네.
네. 아니, 왜 안 나와? 아, 있다. 어디까지 했지? 처음부터 할게요, 그냥.
네, 처음부터 하세요.
I strongly support this topic, which is more gun laws should be enacted. And here we are talking about gun laws in the United States, which holds the highest firearm homicide rates in the world. Therefore, we as the government believe more gun laws should be enacted in the United States because enacting laws can reduce the death rates and laws are needed to protect women from domestic abusers and stalkers. From now on, I'm going to elaborate these points to argue that more gun laws should be enacted. First of all, enacting more gun laws can reduce the death rates. In the United States, there were a total of 572,537 total gun deaths between 1999 and 2016. And in 2017, gun deaths reached their highest level since 1968 with 38,773 deaths by firearm. That is a very high number of dead people, and if you consider that they only counted deaths by firearms, you can see that there will be far more people who are injured by firearms. And because gun deaths are rising right now, we need to enact more laws to reduce the death rates. You can say that people who cause deaths will not care if there is a gun law made or not. However, according to the article, a study published in the American Journal of Public Health found that legal purchase of handgun appears to be associated with a long-lasting increased risk of violent death. Also, according to the recent study, implementing further federal universal background checks could reduce firearm deaths by a projected 56.9%. So, as you can see, enacting more laws can reduce the deaths and injuries by firearm. And secondly, second of all, enacting more laws can protect women from domestic abusers and stalkers. According to the article, 5 women are murdered with guns every day in the United States. A woman's risk of being murdered increases 500% if a gun is present during a domestic dispute. And because right now the coronavirus is going on, everybody are staying at their houses. And this gives a large jump on the domestic abusers. And because it's occurring a lot, the women and the social weaker people need to protect themselves from those people. And if we enact more laws to reduce the problem, then we can maybe save those women who are dying every day. And in conclusion, because enacting more laws can reduce deaths and more gun control laws are needed to protect women from domestic abusers and stalkers, we as the government strongly argue that we should enact more gun laws.
Okay, thank
I
you.
yield the rest of my time if I...
Okay, thank you so much. Then the first speaker of Team B, please start your constructive. And you have 3 minutes. So, Min-sung, please start your constructive.
Oh, okay. Start?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, my name is Kim Min-sung, and our team disagree about the topic that more gun control laws should be enacted because first point is the gun was exist in America for more than 100 years, so the gun is kind of their culture. So if they just enact one time at one time, then maybe the the firearms or firearm killing rate will be higher than now, because still lots of people carrying their gun, and if they just say if they just indicate their gun at one time, then it could be illegal. So the killing rate will be more higher.
Mm-hmm.
And this is related to second point, that gun laws actually decrease killing rates.
Mm-hmm.
According to applied economics, setters found that uh, actually gun laws uh, reduce of lots of dangers from their nearby dangers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, if you're just attacked by someone, or you could be may see a bear or some kind of wild animal, because different from Korea, there are lots of mountain and there are really lots of field in America. And even there are lots of people who use a gun for a living life, for a life, like hunter or something.
Mm-hmm.
So if they just indicates gun laws at one time, then it will be made lots of uh, difficulty about using guns or laws or their culture.
Mm-hmm. So you're done?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, then okay. The two of our speakers will be start the crossfire. The Sang will be start to ask, and Minjung will answer. So, Sang, are you ready?
No.
No, okay. You need some time to prepare. Do you need some time to prepare?
No, let's just
Yeah.
go with it.
Then you're gonna start.
Okay.
Okay. Then you guys have 2 minutes. Okay, go.
You said the guns existed for 100 years in the USA,
No,
so
I
we
said
cannot.
more than 100 years.
Yeah, more than 100 years in the USA. But aren't we talking to regulate them, not really ban them out of the society?
Yes, but if you indicate them in one time, there are lots of people who carrying more than just one or two or more guns. So they are really angry about that indicate. So they might be make a terror or something. Just wanna say it could
But
be can make confusion in American culture.
Mhm.
but that's just the temporary effect of the laws. And if you see the long-term aspect, then I would don't enacting more laws to guns have more benefits than side effects.
If you indicate gun, then there are, there will be a really lots of people who carrying their gun in illegal, because they used to have a gun and now it's illegal. That's kind of unfair in their side. So I think it will be lost in really long times, not just talking about the side effect. It's not a side effect. I think it's a just effect of it.
But wait, we're not talking about making guns illegal. We're just regulating them to reduce the death rates.
Okay,
So
time's up.
carrying guns is cannot
Guys,
really.
time's up. So we're gonna start the next round. The second speaker of team A, please.
선생님,
한경아 왜?
저 내일 학교에 수행평가도 있어가지고
어,
그 빨리 가야 될 것 같은데.
한 20분 전에 끝날 거예요. 이거는 마무리하고 줍시다. 알겠죠? 20분 전에 끝날 거예요. 자, 그러면은 이제 한 명이 말할 차례죠. The second speaker of team A, please start your rebuttal, please.
저 먼저죠.
현아 먼저죠.
선생님, 저 단어 하나만 알려주시면 안 돼요?
어떤 거예요?
알았어요.
오케이. 하세요. You have 2 minutes.
The constant assume that 2 reasons. First of all, the owning a gun is becoming a culture of America, and second, owning a gun can reduce the rate of killings or death. But I don't agree with this idea. First of all, they say obtaining a gun can be a culture, but the meaning of culture or the culture is culture have to be ethical, but I mean, if the culture can be harmful for the people who are living, it cannot be the culture. For example, in China, there are some people, there are some cultures that their standards of beauty is a small feet, so they make their fits intentionally small. So, but as you know, it is not so ethical. So, if the culture is unethical, you have to restrict it. So, like this context, if you obtain a gun, it can make a lot of problems. So you have to make the more laws about the guns.
Okay.
And second, they say by owning a gun, we can it can decrease the level of deaths, but I don't think so. Because of the gun, there are a lot of crimes or something. So compared to two things, I think the people who are dying or who are going through a hard time is more higher than the people who can preserve their lives. So I think more gun laws have to be made.
Okay, thank you. Time's up. So, Changyun, please start your rebuttal.
Hello, I'm Hyunjung, and I think we shouldn't make more laws about reducing not guns because first um, having guns is already culture in America, so you can't really stop. Even though you try, you can't really stop it like that well, and um, people already know that they will get caught if you shoot someone because like the um technology that we have now, but they still just shoot someone even though they know that they will get uh they will go to jail or have a penalty, and that means uh that means like a lot of people shooting each other um a lot just by making more laws about guns and um, um, if you
Okay, 10 seconds.
저 그냥 끝낼게요.
오케이, 좋아요. 현재만 이렇게 카메라가 계속 움직여가지고 혹시 카메라 고정할 수 있을까?
지금 고정할 수 있는 게 없긴 한데.
없어요. 카메라 조금 내려주세요. 얼굴 위만 보여가지고. 오케이, 좋아요. 지금 좋다, 지금 좋다. So, yeah. Please start the crossfire. The second speakers, please start your crossfires. Shana's first. Okay.
Hyungyum says, obtaining a gun became one of the culture in the U.S., so it can be, or it may be hard to restrict. But even if it is hard to refine the laws, if it make the people or the resident in danger, we have to restrict. What do you think about it?
But just by making more laws won't stop people from shooting each other, because as I said before, people who shoot other people already know that they will get a penalty or go to jail, but they still shoot somebody because they have a special reason why they want to shoot them. So I think just making more laws won't help increasing the
But actually, already there are people who are dying or who are shooted because of the gun. So before the crime, we can keep or prevent it by the laws.
well, okay. Some people might recognize that the penalty has, or like the law of regulating guns has increased, but for like actual gangs or just criminals in the U.S. won't still really know that their penalty had really increased a lot, and yeah.
Okay, time's up, guys. Time's up. I'm sorry about that. Time's up. So, the first speaker of Team A, please start your summary.
저요?
Yep.
Summary. 몇 분 있어요, 선생님?
Yeah, you have 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay. I'm going to go with the summary of the government and the opposition, the pro and the con of this debate, which has the topic of more gun laws should be enacted. And the government 2 points were enacting more gun laws can reduce the death rates. And second point was enacting laws are needed to protect women from domestic abusers and stalkers. And the opposition argued by having 2 points of more gun laws should not be enacted, and the guns existed for 100 years is part of their culture, and guns actually decrease death rates. Thank you.
Okay, you're done? You're done, Sal?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Then, first speaker of Team B, please start your summary.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. As we said, there are 2 points that we are saying. Guns should be not in a cage. As we said, first is kind of culture and is it's really long. It's over than 100 years, and it could make a really big confusion because actually if you see the percentage of firearm criminal, more than 85% are caused by a stolen gun, and it means the gun that in legal make more criminal. So you can see that 25% of legal gun are safe. So only 25% of legal gun makes criminal.
Okay.
So and we can see this as it decrease the killing rates. Yes.
Okay, you done?
Yes.
Thank you. Then the all four speakers, please start the grand crossfire. So, Samu, you're gonna start the question. Samu, do you have any questions for?
제가 시작해요?
Yep. Because you already first
okay.
A.
Okay. Min-sung said guns actually decrease death rates because people use them in self-defense. But did you know that guns are rarely used in self-defense? Like between 2007 and 2011, 0.7% of victims protected themselves with a gun. So it means that guns are not really used in self-defense.
Oh no, I'm saying that if gun inacated, then there are more illegal guns, and it could be make more criminal. So I'm saying that there are also lots of dead people buy firearms, but if they indicate gun, then there will be more dead people buy firearms.
No, at the second point you said guns actually decrease death rates because people use it to protect themselves, right?
Yes, but they don't only use for protect themselves. Some of them use for their leisure sports, or some of them use for their hunts, or some of them just their collection. Some of them just collect their guns.
I think he
That
built it.
doesn't have anything.
So, Hyuna, what is that? One of that, Hyuna?
저 상우랑 말할 거랑 똑같았어요.
아니,
뭐라고 했는데요?
몰라요.
둘이 겹쳐가지고 잘 안 들리고.
Yeah, so you guys have only 20 seconds left. So if any of you have questions, please. Okay, Min-sung. Okay, 10 seconds.
오케이.
Anyone?
이게 질문할 거를 적어놨는데 못 찾겠어요.
뭐야?
이거 연습이죠?
몇 장을 적은 거야?
적어놓고 질문을 못 해버리네.
Okay, guys, let's start the final focus. The second speaker of team A will be start the final focus. So, Hyuna, please start your focus.
문제 한 번만 볼게요.
네.
I agree that more gun control laws should be enacted. We insisted 2 reasons. that okay, this is the two reasons. First, it can reduce the death rate in seconds. It can protect women's women domestic abuser. So, first of all, what I want to talk to you is, if the government make the more laws about the guns, it can reduce the death rates. Actually, if you don't have your own guns, it is hard to kill the people or suicide, such as these things. So, the government have to be make the laws about it, and Constant said it can be the culture of the U.S., but it is hard to say because the culture have to be ethical, and but but by obtaining a gun we can kill a lot of people. So I think it is hard to believe it is the culture. So even if it is hard to change, they have to change. Um, and then seconds, um, 어, 어, 잘 모르겠어요. It can protect the women's domestic abusers. So, because of these reasons, the government have to make the laws about gun on guns.
Mm-hmm. Okay, done. Okay, thank you. Then Hyungyun, please start your final focus. Okay, you've got 2 minutes. Hyungyun, can you start your final focus?
선생님,
응?
지금 잘 안 들렸는데 다시
어.
알려주세요.
Hyungyun, please start your final focus. Final focus of Team B.
Our team thinks that just by increasing laws about guns won't help
decreasing debt and debts because first of all, having a gun is already a culture, and we think that just by increasing laws about guns won't help stop suicide or shooting somebody because the criminals already know what they're doing.
Okay, you done? You have you have 30 seconds left. So you're done.